The journey's underway. The Castella 3,000 metres. 24 athletes, the two echelons will combine up the home straight. Matthew Ramsden will be the one to watch, the tall figure. He starts in the outside group and he'll work his way across. You can see him midfield there in the white top. Moving forward though, in the red, that's the South Australian, in fact New South Wales' Edward Goddard. He's well placed, but it's Clifford of Diamond Valley that's gone to the front early, Tim.
Not surprising for Jared. He loves a challenge and he doesn't care who you are. He's going to give you a good run for your money. Now, for the statistically minded, 64 second laps will produce 8 minutes dead. 65 is 8:07 and 66 is 8:15.
The field is already all strung out a little bit, but you're just starting to see it compress a little bit. And this is where accidents happen in big fields, Tim. It's Clifford who's out of trouble in the front of the field. We mentioned the New South Welshman in the red just before. He's moved his way forward. That's Goddard. The field just started to bunch up a little bit, and Ramsden has avoided any trouble. He's moving forward there. The white top, he's spent some time up at Falls Creek, I believe, doing a little bit of altitude work, and his preparations, time to the minute for this Castella 3000.
And you'd say what's going through Ramsden's head right now, and I think he just wants a win tonight. He'll do whatever he can to do the win. We know that he's the fastest runner out there, but as we're saying, with these type of events, anything can happen, and there can be accidents out there. So Ramsden will run safe, and then I think we'll see a big kick down in the latter stages.
Well, safe he is at the moment. You can see him just tucked in third place at the moment, the tall white figure. In fact, he's just dropped a little bit back in the white top. He's about 3 deep and 2 in on the plinth. He's well placed there, as Tim said, just looking to safely navigate these early laps. They're inside 6 laps to go, and it's still Clifford, who we've talked about before, Paralympic representative early in the year in Rio, and testing himself out here, and he's content to set the pace and dictate terms. There's some quality athletes in this field. He's one of them, and impressive running at this stage as we just start to see a slight change of proceedings at the front. It looks like one of the New South Walesmen has just moved round in front of him, and that's the red top there of Goddard. I think it's another one of those the West Australians that's made his way forward there to lead the field into the home straight. Clifford's back to third now.
Well, Goddard's certainly one of the favourites here too, and Goddard is a class runner, an 8:13. Probably where he lacks, he might lack a bit of speed though, 3:58 for 1500, but we're thinking that that's not truly representative of what Ed Goddard is capable of. Ben Chamberlain should be up there too. He's a 3:48 man in the 1500, so he's got a bit of toe. Jared Clifford's probably quite not there at that sort of speed, but certainly he's there for guts, and we know that Jared will perform at his very best at each occasion.
Well, we've seen it's Joshua Phillips that has moved to the front. We talked about Goddard. He's in the red, and then the tall figure in the white top, well, that's Ramsden. Clifford's in the green, and the pink top there, it's the athlete you mentioned in the preview, Zachary Faccioni of New South Wales, and he's working his way forward as we just start to see a group in 3 maybe starting to form. Ramsden just gave his compatriot in front of him just a little bit of a tap on the back and said, come along mate, keep moving, we want to keep this pace going, and that's what they're doing at the front of the field there. It's Goddard that leads the way in the red top, and it's Joshua Phillips there in second with Ramsden in behind him, Tim. But the field, the pace, well, it's starting to be applied, it's stretching out a little bit now, and at the front end of the field it's the New South Welshman.
And that's what you'll see. Once the pace goes down, instead of being a big bunch, you'll start to see the line take shape. And that's what we're seeing now as the pace is coming on.
It's Goddard at the front. Next to the interstate athletes from New South Wales is Joshua Phillips. Ramsden's there. In behind him, that's Jai Edwards of New South Wales. So we had 3 New South Welshmen and a West Australian in the top 4. In fact, you add Faccioni to that. It's 5 New South Welshmen and a West Australian. Clifford, the leading Victorian, in the green top. And it looks like one of the Bendigo athletes moving his way around the outside there in the green and gold top, but still at the front of the field in the red, it's Goddard as the rain just starts to come down. Another test there for these distance athletes, these emerging junior runners. And the front end, it's still the New South Welshman there. Hip number 7, Joshua Phillips, that's leading the way.
But isn't Ramsden looking comfortable? He's looking in control there, sitting in that third position. He's just watching what's going on there, just keeping out of trouble, as we keep saying, and this is set for a barnstorming finish.
Well, it'll be 3 laps to go when they come up the home straight here the next time around. And it's still The man in the hip number 7, Joshua Phillips, that leads the way. Goddard there in the red behind him, Ramsden. Then it's back to Jai Edwards. Ficcioni tucked in behind him. That's 16, that's Pretty of New Zealand. Clifford's there. And then just in behind him, the tall figure from Knox, that's Percy.
I think Ramsden's getting a little bit impatient here. The pace is not fast. We're not going to see anything near a record tonight, but that's okay. This is a championship. These guys, and particularly Ramsden, he's looking for a win here, and he'll do anything he can to get that win. And he's about to make the move now.
So it is Ramsden that just squeezes the foot down on the accelerator, moves into second place, and it's Goddard in the red that heads him just at this stage. Trying to go with him, it's Edwards of New South Wales, and they've had some battles. The junior national level coming through there. Ramsden looking very comfortably, so smooth, Tim, as he moves into the home straight. It'll be 2 laps to go this time round. There's a tall Western Australian that's just started to impart his presence at the front of the field.
But Ficcioni is in this race too. We know that he's a good 1500 metre runner, and where he's positioned there, he's looking, just that one out position on Ramsden. I think Ficcioni could well and truly be in this race.
Well, see, Percy's moved up in the black top there. That's Chamberlain of West Australia, another athlete U flag there. Ficcioni there in the pink top, now working round to the shoulder there of Goddard in the red. And it's still, well, anyone's race really amongst that top 5 or 6 athletes, and they're just starting to separate away now. Ramsden has put the foot down slightly, but the 4 that are in and around him, they're going with him, and Chamberlain's going to make it a group of 6 at the front of the field. And inside 2 laps remaining, Ramsden's leading the way, but it's a red-hot battle in behind him.
And Ficcioni is right there. Great for the Victorians that Nathan Percy is there, so come on, Victoria, get behind our local boy. But up that front area, though, and Ramsden's looking strong. Ficcioni, keep your eye on him. We've also got Phillips and Goddard. So it's really going for the favourites at the moment, Tom.
Well, it's Ramsden into the home straight. He will collect the bell. Ficcioni in behind him. Back to Edwards in the yellow, who's just moved up into second place. Then it's Goddard, Percy and Chamberlain. And it's Ramsden that's just starting to move away from the field here. The clock ticks over 7:30 with 1 lap to go, but he's impressive, Ramsden, Tim. He's very impressive.
I think we picked this right from the start. He knew tonight there was no chance he was going to be running a really fast time. He's gone for the win. Impressed with Edwards as well. Goddard did a lot of the work through those mid-stages. Ficcioni's hanging on for dear life. Let's see how these placings go out over that last 200 metres, Tom.
Well, it's Jai Edwards that's tried to go with him in the yellow top there in second place, but Matthew Ramsden has all the answers. He's come off a great training block up at Falls Creek with the Melbourne Track Club, and moves into the home straight here at the Zatopek 10, waves to the crowd. He has enough time to do that, so let's wave back and get right behind one of the emerging talents of the Australian distance ranks. The West Australian Matthew Ramsden will take out the Deep Castella 3,000 metres. He salutes in style, 8:24.56. Edwards will take second. New South Wales will also finish on the podium with Goddard. He did a lot of the grunt work early. Percy, the best of the Victorian, into 4th place. Ficcioni there too. But Ramsden was a class above Tim.
Oh, awesome athlete. Isn't it great to watch young guys like this? We know this man has a very big future in Australian athletics, and it's great to see it at this level. You'll be saying in years to come, we saw him win the Di Castella twice.